Hello. And hello again, and welcome to all. Wait a second. What's the name of this video again? Let me check the title of the video first. Oh, I almost forgot about it. It's a weekly dose of reviewing stuff. And for today's episode of this weekly dose of reviewing stuff here, I'm going to take you a look at, well, you guessed it again. So what should I review for this new episode of this weekly dose of reviewing stuff? Oh well. Is it this beautiful light right here that I previously reviewed? Oh well, so speaking of this phone right here, if you want to check the video out where I have reviewed this beautiful light right here, so I'll put the links in the description for that video, or maybe I was just going to slap a playlist onto you anyways. Links are also in the description, so don't worry. Or maybe I'm just going to put it or make it pop up somewhere else in this video. And okay, so let's see what we can do here. Oh, guess I found something. It's my personal phone. Oh, firstly, Ryukin, going to review this? Since I have around ideas and there's much that I can review, but although all of them were just being reviewed, and well, this is, I guess, it's going to be the best start for this new episode. So, and don't worry, I have removed everything from the phone just in case. And here you go, my fake OnePlus 6T review 2 years later. And I'm gonna say I really want to review this phone back in 2021 when I first got this thing new, but although not like it takes me a lot of takes, and then I was like being really frustrated and give up, and well, get to review it since then. But although it's been 2 years now since I've been living with this fake OnePlus 6T right here, which I kind of call it a fake OnePlus 6T or totally fake OnePlus 6T, so who cares about the name of this thing is. And yeah, no one cares about the actual name of this device, or maybe I'm going to reveal its actual name of this device in a later as the video progresses. Oh well, it's been 2 years now since I bought this totally fake OnePlus 6T from my trusty online shopping mall, and wow, how the time just gone too fast as forwarding the time machine. Yay! So let me tell you. So first of all, I use this totally fake OnePlus 6T here as my low daily basis, like watching YouTube videos, play games like Minecraft and Marble Race, or I even use this to do all of my online class back in 2021, which, oh well, during that year it was like a really heavy pandemic, and then the schools were like closed down during the pandemic. It is because, well, they had to do like an online class on Google Meet, and then if there is any assignment, I'm just going to send them to the Google Classroom. But anyways, that's not the point. So I'm gonna say this fake OnePlus 6T right here, it's been everything to me before I have my BMAX. And well, I'm still using it in 2023. It's because I'm broke, but not really. So what could go wrong after 2 years of using it? Well, I actually use it to do all of my stuff also. And right, so is it worth it after all? Yeah, I guess it, right? And right now, without any further ado, let's get right into a brief look at my totally fake OnePlus 6T. So here we go. Ouch. So as we take a look at the totally fake OnePlus 6T here at a glance on the front, you would get a 6.82 inches IPS LCD display with the resolution of 1600 by 720, which is the HD+. And for the aspect ratio of this phone, well, especially the screen, is a 20.5 by 9 aspect ratio, which is really close to an iconic 21 by 9 aspect ratio. And for a cinematic aspect ratio on a smartphone, this is really normal for the most of the smartphones these days, that it has this cinematic aspect ratio like this. And on the top right there, you got a tear notch design right there, and on the tear notch right there, here's your 8 megapixel front camera with no autofocus or anything. It's just a normal fixed focus front camera. And here's your ear gun and some proximity sensor of that stuff. And on the top right there, here's your headphone jack, or known as an all-in-one jack, or whatever you want to call it. And on the bottom right there, you got your microphone, your USB Type-C charging port, and here's your speaker. right there. And on the side right there, you will get a slot right here for your expandable memory and your 2 SIMs. And on the back right there, here's your stylish design backplate right there. But at least the backplate is plastic. And here is your fingerprint scanner right there, which it also acts as another shutter button on the back right there, where you accidentally just, well, you know what I mean, when you accidentally put your finger on there when your phone is on camera mode, it's just going to accidentally take a picture of you or somebody else. This is actually going to be a good benefit for if you don't want to use the shutter button on the screen right there to take some selfies. You're just going to use a fingerprint scanner right here to do as a shutter button. But although I didn't use the fingerprint scanner that much, this one right here is just only for vibrating. This is what it's actually capable of. And along on the fingerprint scanner right there, here's your triple camera setup. So you got an AI camera, which is only good for recognized scenes of that stuff. And here's your 2 megapixel depth camera. And here's your main 13 megapixel camera with autofocus. And here is the LED flash for taking photos and videos in the dark, or you can use it as a flashlight if you want to. And it even said it's a triple camera. But although it is actually this, and you've got AI camera, you got depth camera, and you got a main camera, and that's it. And on the other side right there, you got your power button right there to casually turn on the phone. And here's your volume rocker right there to adjust the volume according to your needs. And here's the mysterious button again, which is the same goes to the Wiggle View 4 Lite, which what actually does, just like what I said in that video, you're just going to press the button and then the Google Assistant thing would just pop up like that. And for some reason it's in Thai. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to tap the microphone to speak to something else, to the Google Assistant, and then it's just going to do something for you. I'm just going to try. Okay, so it's just response. It does respond, but somehow I don't know how to change the language of this thing, but well, this is kind of a remnant of what I used to have this Thai language on the phone, but well, I have casually set to everything to English on this phone. And that's really it for the around the body, a glance on the totally fake OnePlus 6T. And what about the RAM and the ROM inside this? Well, and for the RAM, which you got only 4 GB of RAM inside this thing, and it's a non-expandable RAM, so you can't even add another 4 GB and get it to work with 8 GB. Well, what you gonna expect? A 21 smartphone with a non-expandable memory, and you're just kind of stuck with an only 4 GB that you have inside this phone. And for the internal storage, or known as the ROM, which fortunately it has a whopping 64 GB of internal storage, and you can expand them using your micro SD card, which you can actually access it through this hole right there. Right there is where you can access your micro SD card and your 2 SIMs, just like what I said. And but although this thing right here, it doesn't even have NFC or anything, and it doesn't even support 5G. It only supports 2.4G, and that's it. So, and this thing right here, it was used to have a plastic case on it, but although I have changed to this flip case right here, where I bought back in December 2021, which is about 1 year ago, for the protective film right here, which it actually does came with a plastic protective film, but somehow when I looked through that, it was like, well, it was like watching a 720p plus screen with a 480p type of a screen protector on it. But my dad kind of just like, well, let's just change to a tempered glass like that. So enough talking nonsense, so let's take right into the guts inside the phone. So, and right now I'm going to swipe that, and let's take a look at the settings right here. So as you can see that, here's what it looks like for the settings. And even said on my about phone right there, it says Ryukin's fake OnePlus 6T. So let's tap on that, and here's information about the phone, and the device name is Ryukin's fake OnePlus 6T, and unknown SIM slot 1 is unknown for some reason, and model and hardware, which is the model WV755 serial number right there, and hardware version MP 1.0 right there. And here's your Android version, which is Android 11. Tap on that for an Easter egg. Yay, Easter egg, looking really good. Oh, There we go, it works this time. Here's your Android 11 Easter egg right there. And here's the Android security update. It's from June 5, 2021. And today is June 5, 2023. 2 years now. Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. A 2-year-old Android security patch update from 2021. And Google Play System update is from 1st August 2021. And some nonsense stuff. I'm not going to get into the deep detail that much. And here's the blue number right there, but what as soon as I tap on there, so let me zoom in on that. So as soon as I tap on that blue number, no need, you're already a developer. Yeah, I'm already a developer on this phone. Oh, I just zoom in for no reason. And the microphone is having a problem again. Well, I'm just going to... Hello? Okay, can you hear me now? I think this microphone is having a problem all the time. So, you know what? I'm just going to unplug it. Alright, there, that counts the way. And right now, I'm going to get into a camera of this thing. So first of all, let me say that I have set to random stuff right here. So for the photo, and you can see that here's your photo mode. And you can see that you got some typical Ryukin style looking camera interface right here. So you got your flash, which you can set it to on or off, or set it to auto, or you can set it to flashlight if you want to. And you can set it to HDR on or off and set it to auto. Or you can use the Google Lens to do off that too. But before that, it actually used to be some placeholder where you can just set your photo quality and somehow just replace with that Google Lens thing right there. And here's your filter, which you can set to various ones. Another black and white filter. You can set it to none if you want to. And you can turn on an AI lens on or off if you want to. But we're just going to turn that on just in case. And here's the settings right here. You can set it to touch shot, which what it actually does is just going to tap on the screen and then it takes a picture for you. And here's the cell timer. You can set it up to 10 seconds. Shutter sound on or off. Framing lines, well, you got off guideline and guideline, but I had to turn on guideline, so for no reason. And here's the geotagging, which you can turn it on or off if you want to. And here's your picture size. You can set it up to 13 megapixels, 9 megapixels, and 5 megapixels, which is an entire screen of the phone. And for the watermark, which you can turn that on or off if you want to. And for the storage, which can select your choice between your phone and your SD card. And anti-flicker were auto 50Hz and 60Hz. But I have set it to 60Hz just in case. And okay, so that's really it for the photo of this thing. And we're just going to set it to 9 megapixel this time. And what about the video mode? And for the video right here, which can set up to 1080p, and the lowest is 720p, and the medium quality is the full screen right there. The full screen, a 20.5 by 9 aspect ratio, which is really close to a 21 by 9 aspect ratio, and iconic cinematic aspect ratio. And this flash option right here, which somehow when I tap on that, it just becomes a flashlight button right there. And okay, settings, not much here that I can take. And for the professional mode, well, it's just looking like that. You got manual focus, white balance, ISO, and shutter speed, and that's it. So nothing really special spectacular about the professional mode. And back to the video mode. And for the video mode, which you got zoom, both for the photo and video, is 4x digital zoom. And here's your time lapse, which you can set to 5, 10, 60, 180, or 300. Which what it actually does is just going to fast forward in time in the specific seconds. So, and what about the front camera? Well, it's just casually switched to the photo mode as soon as I press on that time lapse, which is just going to switch back to the camera mode. I mean the back camera, I think. And here's what it looks like for the front camera right here, which is doing good. And let's take a look at the settings right here. So as you can see that there is not much changed here, but except for a picture size and the mirror. And the mirror right here, which what it actually does is just going to mirror what the video and the photo is actually shown on the viewfinder, but I'm not going to use that. So here is the picture size, which you can set to 8 megapixels, 5 megapixels, which is entire full screen. And here's the lowest quality that you can get is 3 megapixels in 1:1. So, but in this case, I'm just going to stick to 1:1, both for the back and the front camera. And here's your bokeh effect, which can set up to f0.95, and the lowest is f16. And here's the normal, it's f5.6. So, and I don't think there's actually any software doing this, so it mostly depends on you or what you're going to take a look at it. So, but I couldn't tell, so I couldn't tell you all. So, and here's the face beauty, which it's just looking like that. And right, so that's basically it for a little bit of talk about the camera interface of this thing. But I think that's not a little bit, it's more like a fast talk as much as possible about the camera interface of this thing. And I do have some photos and videos that I've took with this thing in the area. So, and right now, without further ado, let's take a look at some photos and videos that were taken with this totally fake OnePlus 6T right here. So, and you're about to see what the pictures are going to turn out. Taking a video in portrait for no reason. Yay! So here's your digital zoom on video mode. And I'm gonna say for the digital zoom, which it doesn't look too bad. So, but I kinda barely count the pixels on there though, on the digital zoom on this phone, which I'm gonna say it's actually working pretty good, but although it's not as good as an optical zoom, but although I can barely see some effective pixels that is actually caused by the digital zoom. And by the overall, the camera itself, it doesn't look too bad. It's pretty much a standard camera that you were gonna expect from a smartphone back in 2021, or even these days. And here's a view for light. But I'm gonna say the quality is still be the same as that view for light that I previously reviewed anyways. And here's the video from the front camera. Well, so this is the only difference that the front camera that it really makes is an autofocus, which, well, there's no autofocus on the front camera at all. It's just a fixed focus front camera that it doesn't even do anything but except just to take some pictures and videos like this. So what do you think about the photo and video quality that were taken from this totally fake OnePlus 6T right here? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they worse? Are they the best? Well, I couldn't judge. So I'm gonna say, for my conclusion right here, which I'm gonna say, it doesn't look too bad. But although for a standard smartphone from 2021, this is what you're gonna expect, a 30 megapixel camera. Then it has a really nice creeps of a little pixels that is actually going on along the picture. But as soon as I get into the digital zoom, like this shot right here, so you can see that there's my old side master card right there being facing towards the boxes right there. And there you can see that iPad mini one that I have reviewed, and that modded Samsung tablet right there, if you remember. And there is the fake Sony headphones that I have reviewed in the previous episode, and there is the fake flash drive right there. And you can read the text on there though, but not all of them. But as soon as there's any small text, it just becomes unreadable, like this one right here. It just becomes gibberish. Look at that. It just becomes gibberish for no reason. Like this one right here, it becomes gibberish and it's unreadable, something like that. But although this is actually acceptable for a standard smartphone like this from 2021. And here's some bunch of photos that I've took in different filters. And there's my glorious camera setup right there that I've took in real filter. And here's the view for light that I've take in different f-stops for the artistic blur. And here is the video that I've took. So just going to pump the volume all the way. So here's your digital zoom on video mode. Okay, so well, the microphone, it sounds like it was like, well, what am I going to say? It is, well, it sounds like some sort of a low quality microphone, but it doesn't sound too bad when I use with the Handycam 2 or advanced audio recorder, which the microphone of this thing right here, it doesn't sound too bad. But although when I use in the actual camera software outside this thing, it becomes like, well, a low quality microphone. And unfortunately, I couldn't get an external microphone to use at all on this phone. So I was just going to end up using a Handycam 2 to get an external microphone to do all of the work anyways. So, and for the video quality, which I'm gonna say, what you gonna expect a standard smartphone for 2021, which you got 1080p video recording and all of that good stuff. And here's the photos that I took on front camera, which they looking pretty good. And this is the one right here that I took in black and white. This one right here I took in filter for no reason. And here's the video that I took in front camera. Again, low quality mic intensifies. So, but I really think that it's probably due to software of the camera app that is actually making a microphone defective, and then becomes like, well, a really low quality microphone that you would going to expect something like that. So, and that's really it for the camera test. And so what about some conclusions that I'm going to talk about this phone after 2 years of using it? Well, so I'm gonna say this thing right here, it is really usable in every which way. So I can do Google, I can do YouTube, I can do play games, and the only game that I play with is only Minecraft on this phone. And what about the other games? Well, I'm gonna say I didn't play them, but until today I didn't play them, since I've downloaded all of these. And sometimes I do play this game, and I do play this game, well, they're more like being rarely now, but although I rarely play them, but, and this one right here I play more like frequently, but well, I didn't get to use that much. And here's some stuff right here, which, well, but I'm gonna say this thing right here is pretty much almost a perfect everyday smartphone that I could use to do all of my stuff. Like, I'm going to do a Google search on this, which is going to be like, well, but at least it works. And I'm going to browse something on Google, and here's what it looks like. And here's your U30 from Vigo Mobile. This one right here is a Thai website, so I'm just going to get a fast browsing as much as possible. So let's translate that to English. And here it says, charge one time can use up to 4 days. Whoa, with AI power. That's really nice. And it supports fast charging, save time, and you got rear camera 3 lenses. Here it says, both convenient, safe, fingerprint and face unlock, both strong and smooth. You got 64 of internal storage and your 4GB of onboard RAM, which is a non-expandable RAM, so you can't add another 4GB in here. You're just going to end up using only 4GB that it got with the phone itself. It even claims that 4 days can handle it with 6000 mAh of battery life with AI power. It supports fast charging with USB Type-C, fast charging up to 15 watts with support for USB Type-C, the ease of use that everyone loves. Big 6.8 HD plus, and present yourself in fullness of your eyes. Yay! It's a 1600 by 720, great performance, 64GB and 4GB of RAM. And you can use a microSD card up to 256GB. Nice. 2.3 GHz octa-core, not too bad, but at least it can play Minecraft. Android 11, Google Assistant button. Oh damn it, it's just doing stuff. Okay, it's very convenient and super safe. Look at that. Free case and film inside the box. Yay. And it's flexible, UV resistant and tackle preserved. So that was really it for Google browsing on this thing. So, and what about YouTube? Well, I'm not going to test YouTube just to save time. So I'm gonna say, when it comes to using YouTube on this phone, which I'm gonna say the only video quality that you can set by the maximum, according to what I've done with the 4K video HDR test, the only quality that you can set is only up to 1080p, and that's it. So there is no ability that you can set to 4K or 8K or 16K. You're just going to end up using 1080p of the video quality that you can set on YouTube, and that's it. So, and the YouTube, which I'm gonna say pretty much a standard going on here for a smartphone that run YouTube and all of that stuff. For YouTube right here, which I'm gonna say performance, it doesn't look too bad, but as the time progresses, it will lag and then it starts to do something. But it mostly depends on time and as what progresses. So, and what about Minecraft? Well, it mostly depends on what you're going to enter the world or explore the world, and the file, it was like getting bigger at every progress. So for example, the one I play has a size of like 15.5 megabytes, and the other one right there, which I kind of quit for some reason, it has a whopping 16.7 megabytes, which, well, but it mostly depends on what the world you have explored, and as well as you explore the file, it actually gets larger and larger as the world progresses. So, and well, and what about an organizer on this thing? Well, it's going to be the same goes to the Vigo V4 Lite anyways. So, and what about an organizer on this thing? Well, there's not much thing that I can talk about of an organizer of this phone. So you got FM radio, you got some Google bloatware and stuff, and you also got sound recorder, which, well, I'm gonna say they don't sound too bad, but the quality is still be the same as the Vigo V4 Lite anyways. And for the real name of this device right here, which I'm gonna say is a Vigo Power U30. The reason why I call this a totally fake OnePlus 6T is because, well, the camera, which it kind of reminds me of those OnePlus smartphones, but although I would just keep calling it the fake OnePlus 6T anyways. So, and alright, so what are my conclusions I have with this? Maybe I'm just going to leave some little conclusions right here. So, and I'm gonna say this thing right here, it is usable for every which way, like watching YouTube videos, doing online classes, doing an assignment to a teacher through Google Classroom, and, well, playing Minecraft also. Basically it for some little conclusions that I've leave with this phone right here. And what about my final thoughts? Well, I'm gonna say I'm still going to use this phone in 2023, but until if I find a better one, I'm just going to replace it. But for now, I'm going to use it in 2023. So, but at least it's still usable, and the back is start to bulging out, but maybe a little, but not that much. It's just a little bit bulge out, but at least it still works. And okay, so that's basically it for the Vigo Power U30, or known as a totally fake OnePlus 6T that I called throughout the entire video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave us a like, comment, and also the most importantly is to subscribe to my channel. And I do appreciate that, and I'll see you guys later in the next video, where I'm going to do more quality content like this for you guys. So that's basically for this video, and I will see you guys later in the next video, where I'm going to do more quality content like this for you guys. And alas, for now. And anyways, bye!